idiot with a mega church. Fat thing, 12 chins. Jesus, what's it called? Rick Warren. Rick Warren went to Uganda in 2008, I think it was. And what was the name of his book? Oh God, I can't remember. But like said Ugandan was a nation of purpose, purpose-driven nation. He's got this whole set of books about the purpose-driven life. And he said Uganda was the purpose-driven nation. And he went there to support the Ugandans who were boycotting the Anglican Church for being too pro-gay. That's why Rick Warren went there. Now this man is famous in America. In fact, he led the prayers at Obama's inauguration, which was a bit controversial at the time, but nothing like it would be now. Because, excuse me, he was against Proposition 8 in California and said so on tape, etc., etc. And yet when it came to it, he denied having any involvement or any prejudice one way or another. So he's a liar as well. He's also denied his the things that he said and did in Uganda when he was there. He met with the First Lady, he's a good friend apparently, and he invited to his megachurch in America this famous pastor, I can't think of his name, but this pastor in Uganda is on video burning condoms. That's where the aid to Uganda goes apparently. Not to get rid of AIDS, it's to burn condoms, yeah. Does this sound familiar? Because this is sort of the thing that the Catholic Church would advocate. And I don't know why, because the priests are busy fucking kids. You think at least they'd wear a condom. Anyway, this Warren now has eventually been pressured into saying that he doesn't agree with the Ugandan bill. But he was directly behind enforcing it. So when we look at Uganda now, I don't want you to think, oh, the Ugandan bill is an African ideal, is an African proposal. It's an American proposal backed by freaks like Richard Cohen, who has no qualifications whatsoever and has been banned by the American Psychiatric and Psychological Society. No society recognizes him, right? He's just making money out of these books, this Cure the Gay series he had. So this Ugandan thing is from the likes of him, so that's like if you like the educational, it's quite insulting to say it's educational, but yeah. By the quacks in America like Scott Lively, you know, he's just off his trolley, yeah? Religious quack. By the politics in America, by the main senators who visit there, and are the ones, funny enough, the ones that visit there are all the ones that were involved in the sex scandal involving the C Street house called The Family, yeah? So all those politicians and their link with David Bahati, who stays with the family or family members when he goes to America. This bill, as I said, will entitle gay people, anyone known gay people, and not reporting them within 24 hours to get up to 3 to 7 years in prison. This was only passed last week. For being gay, the punishment is life. Let me spell that. Life. Life in prison. For having HIV, for being registered or being discovered as being HIV positive, it's not life in prison. No. It's not 3 to 7 years. No. They've been kind to them. They will be hanged. They will be hanged until they die by their neck. This is 2014, by the way. And this isn't some little tiddly little African country. This is Uganda. This is the country that we here in Britain, and in fact countries all over the world, are pouring money into. This is what they're doing, and we're allowing them to do it. David Cameron was criticised. I was watching a thing on African TV the other day. It's great. I love African TV. It's great adverts in it. It's all about sex. And they were saying that Cameron is a British imperialist because he's suggesting that they shouldn't be given aid until they get their human rights in order. And they're saying, you know, there are human rights and it's our culture. Well, I'm sorry, they're not your human rights to begin with, and they're not your culture because it's all America's influence. But even if they were, then if you hold human rights like that, or the lack of human rights like that, we don't want to know you because you shouldn't be allowed to live on the face of the earth. Never mind get money from us, the taxpayers, to support you in your ridiculous cause of burning condoms, because that's where all the AIDS money's gone to. It's going to rallies and meetings to promote that kind of nonsense. The AIDS money that's been sent from abroad to Uganda is being used in Uganda to create AIDS. No big deal there, as I said, with the Catholic Church, because they're on board with that. They don't have a problem with that, because a lot of the money that goes to the Catholic Church is being used for precisely the same thing, except they wear frocks. Nice frocks as well. Anyway, just to let you know where your money's going to and what's going on. Now, Cameron has been accused of everything, but I agree with Cameron. Not only should we stop giving money to this Mickey Mouse country, we should demand whatever we've already given them back with interest. Every country in the world, Sweden has started so far, but every country in the world should deny these people the right to aid, because they deny people in their democracy their right to life. Fuck 'em all. Good night. God bless you all.